Think you're living toxin-free? Unfortunately, you may still be living in a toxic soup. These everyday items could be sabotaging your brain function anywhere from your focus to your memory to your mood. Let me show you exactly what to swap out. Hey, it's Dr. Lexi, and welcome back. Last month, we dove into how hidden toxins in our environment, from plastic chemicals to mold spores to airborne pollutants, can stealthily erode our brain health and leave us dealing with brain fog, fatigue, and focus and memory struggles. Today, I've got a toolkit of simple, budget-friendly swaps you can start right now. No overwhelm, no complicated protocols to slash your daily toxin exposure. We're talking everything from the water you drink to the air you breathe, and even the soap you lather up with. So let's jump in. Let's start with something we literally can't live without: water. Even the cleanest tap can hide trace chemicals, heavy metals, or chlorine byproducts, not to mention other people's digested medications that stress your brain over time. Here are 3 levels of filtration to fit any budget or need. Number 1, the most budget-friendly, the activated carbon pitcher filter. They can block the chlorine taste and odor. They also filter out some volatile organic compounds, or VOCs, and a bit of heavy metals. The cartridge lifespan is usually 1 to 2 months, or about 40 gallons, so you just want to check your filter indicator or set a reminder on your calendar. They're pretty affordable though, so often under $30. They're portable and have, of course, 0 installation, so they're great for renters or anyone who wants an instant upgrade. Next would be the under the sink or countertop units. These remove a wider spectrum of contaminants such as lead, mercury, certain pesticides, and even fluoride if you choose the right model. You'll also notice a cleaner taste and feel. However, installation can run a couple $100s or more if you hire a plumber or buy a top-of-the-line countertop version such as Berkey, and you'll need occasional cartridge or filter swaps about every 6 to 12 months. And then we have the whole house filtration system. So if you live in an older home with galvanized piping, have well water, or want filtered water to every tap, including the shower, this is going to be your go-to. System prices can vary widely and are usually a minimum of several $1,000s. It is a big upfront cost, but you're protecting your entire household and even your skin and hair from harsh chemicals throughout. And you already know from previous videos that you can absorb toxins through your skin. We have a RainSoft unit, and I have to say it's been well worth the investment. Pro tip: before you pick a system, you can grab an at-home water test kit. They're usually $20 to $30 to see exactly what's in your tap. That way you can choose the filter that tackles your unique water issues. Now let's talk about the air you're breathing, because indoor air is typically 2 to 5 times more polluted than outdoors. Gross, right? But here are 3 levels of upgrades. As a baseline, you want to swap your HVAC or furnace filter monthly. Many professionals will advise you to aim for a MERV 13 or higher. That's MERV-13. That's the rating of your filter. These capture tiny particles like pollen, mold spores, dust mites, and even some pet dander. But why monthly? A clogged filter recirculates dirt and toxins right back into your home. So set a calendar reminder or keep a fresh filter by the door so you never miss it. A mid-tier option would be a portable HEPA purifier. And for these, sizing matters. You want to look for the CADR, or clean air delivery rate, that matches your room's square footage. For example, a 300 square foot space needs a purifier with at least a 250 to 300 CADR rating. Pro tip: run it on high for the first 24 hours in a new space to really clear out lingering particles. And lastly, the splurge would be the Best Living Systems Chaos unit, which is the one we have at our house. While technically still a portable purifier, it's several levels above the rest because it combines true HEPA grade filtration. It's actually a MERV 16 plus activated carbon with proactive multi-clustered ionization, or MCI technology, which sends out ionized oxidizers to neutralize mold, bacteria, and even viruses in your air and on surfaces. And on top of that, it uses a no ozone LED powered PCO cell to zap odors, and a built-in VOC sensor that automatically ramps up airflow when pollutant levels spike. It's actually pretty funny when we come in from outside. Sometimes when we walk in and the pollen count's high, we'll walk right past it and it just shoots up. However, it is whisper quiet. You can control it with your smartphone, and it gives you hospital level clean air throughout your whole home. No hauling multiple purifiers from room to room. So if brain health is your priority, this is the splurge that truly delivers. And a quick green boost: One other thing that's really easy is to have some houseplants. Spider plants and Boston ferns especially can absorb VOCs like formaldehyde and benzene. Just pop one or two in your home office or living room for an extra layer of natural filtration. That's actually something that I will be getting for this office shortly, but we're not there yet. Okay, let's move on to something all of us hopefully use every single day, and that is personal care products. So your skin is your biggest organ. So again, what you slather on really matters. So here are a few simple DIY options and a couple of ready-made favorites that keep the chemicals at bay. For instance, you can grab a gentle unscented castile soap base and add a few drops of your favorite essential oils. I like lavender for calming and tea tree for antibacterial properties. You can use it straight up as a body wash or dilute it for a shampoo. We actually use this for hand soap, but we use a tallow and coconut oil based soap bar that I made for our body wash and shampoo. If you're interested in me doing a separate video on those, let me know in the comments below. They were way easier to make than I thought they'd be, so if you're interested, I'd love to share that with you. Now, my top purchase picks would be a company called Zero Waste Movement, or Zero Waste MVNT, for soap and shampoo specifically. These bars are super clean and made with really wonderful ingredients. And then for deodorant, I actually really like the Humi deodorant. This is the Desert Bloom scent. The Humi deodorant has you covered in 3 ways. It keeps you dry with diatomaceous earth. They add probiotic-derived deodorizers to neutralize odors and support your skin's microbiome. And they use natural desert botanicals such as prickly pear extract to help soothe and hydrate the skin. Again, this is the deodorant I use, and I can't wait to try their vanilla one. Now, a label reading hack. When you're scanning a store shelf, zero in on these 3 red flag ingredients. Number 1, sulfates. They strip your natural oils and they irritate sensitive skin. Number 2, parabens. These are things like methylparaben or hydroxybenzoate. They are linked to hormone disruption. And number 3, synthetic fragrances. This is just a big black box of undisclosed chemicals. You don't know what you're getting into. And as a general rule, like I say with food, if you can't pronounce it, leave it behind. That sounds like a science experiment and you don't want to be the test subject. You want to try and aim for products with fewer than 5 ingredients and you'll be off to a clean start. Now let's talk about your skincare and makeup routine. So I do again have a few DIY essentials. My first go-to is actually coconut oil. I use this as my daily face wash. I just massage about a teaspoon into dry skin. I wipe away with a warm damp cloth or organic cotton round, and you're done. I have oily skin, and I can tell you that my skin naturally produces less oil now that I've switched to a truly hydrating cleanser. Plus, it doubles as an all-over body lotion. You just rub it in after your shower for soft, hydrated skin. And what we do at my house is we take the big Costco-sized tub of coconut oil, and we just put a little bit in a little mason jar, and this is what we keep in the bathroom. Then there's tallow. This is rendered from beef fat, but tallow makes amazingly rich creams and balms. Especially whipped tallow glides on super smooth, seals in moisture, and supports your skin's natural barrier. They're fabulous. I will link the shop where I buy mine in the description below. Christina's products are fabulous, and you're gonna love them. Then there are simple skin serums. So a basic serum would consist of a specific oil and some targeted additives such as essential oils and vitamin E oil. My go-to homemade mix includes jojoba and argan oils and several essential oils like lavender, frankincense, and tea tree oil for the calming, anti-aging, and antimicrobial properties. We just mix it up and I have it in my little dropper. I do 4 drops on my skin twice a day, and that's it. Now, I did want to highlight possibly one of the cleanest makeup brands that I have found. It's called Araza Beauty. They are actually the first makeup brand to be certified paleo, which means that their ingredients are like squeaky clean. Plus, I love the way the makeup looks and feels. What do you think? This is what their jars look like. So this is the base. This is the highlighter. And I do also have their bronzer balm and their, like, they call them cream pots, but they're like a lip and cheek, but it's in the color Wink, in case you wanted to know. Okay, now even your candles can be sneaky sources of toxins. So let's talk about those next. So most candles that you just buy in any random store are going to be made from paraffin wax, which is a petroleum based, and when burned, it can release benzene and toluene into your air. And those are VOCs that can irritate your lungs and even impact your brain's detox pathways over time. Not something we want. However, cleaner options are soy or beeswax based candles. They burn cleaner with minimal soot and no hidden petrochemicals. They're fabulous. My favorite is a company called Fontana Candle Company. They are beeswax and coconut oil based, actually. They have beautiful natural scents, each crafted from essential oils. I really appreciate what they're doing. And then, of course, I can't talk about clean swaps without talking about cleaning chemicals, right? So here's some tips on when to DIY and when to grab something on the shelf for that. I prefer to DIY most of my cleaning products, and my go-to ingredients are really simple: vinegar, baking soda, castile soap, and essential oils. Occasionally, I'll throw in something else like maybe hydrogen peroxide, but that's really all I use. And I like to DIY because it's very cost effective, it's quick to whip up, and you know exactly what's in it. And then when we're done, we just put them in one of these glass spray bottles, and then I'll put a little label on it. Like this one is our tub and tile cleaner. Now, I won't bore you with the exact recipes today, but you can find them linked below. If you'd like to see a video on the specific recipes I use, though, let me know in the comments. Now, when you go to the store, if you need some extra muscle, you want to look for products labeled 100% plant-based or EPA safer choice. You want to avoid fragrance, quats, and petroleum distillates on the ingredients list. Those are code for really harsh chemicals. Okay, now let's tackle plastic, one of the sneakiest sources of daily toxin exposure. One of the easiest things that you can do is to ditch single-use plastic bottles. Even BPA-free plastics can leach microplastics and endocrine-disrupting chemicals over time. They just took out that one endocrine-disrupting chemical. What you can do instead is carry water in glass or stainless steel bottles. They are durable, they're dishwasher safe, and they keep your drinks tasting pure and fresh. My go-to is Yeti, but there are tons of other options out there. You can also store your leftovers in glass or silicone. Plastic containers can warp and release chemicals when heated or scratched. So instead, you'll want to use glass meal prep jars or silicone storage bags. They're microwave and freezer friendly, plus they'll last for years. These are actually 2 of ours. This top one is one that we got off of Amazon years ago. We have broken several, but they've lasted us almost 10 years now. They do have a plastic top, but the seal is great. Like I can carry this, or I can carry soup in this. The bottom one is from IKEA, and it does have a bamboo lid. So this is, much less plastic. Actually, I don't think it has any plastic. The ring is silicone, but I would say the seal on this one is like, I wouldn't trust this one with soup. You know what I mean? Yeah. Anyway, these are both great options. You'll also want to skip on the plastic wrap. So thin plastic wraps also shed tiny particles and off gas when they're warm. So instead, you want to opt for reusable beeswax wraps, silicone lids, or beeswax coated cloths. They seal just as well without the waste or chemicals. The key to using these is you have to warm them up for them to actually seal. So typically I will open it up. I'll kind of give it a hug to let my body heat warm it up so I can work with it easier. Okay, now let's pull it all together without bogging you down, right? I would recommend just choosing one swap at a time. Literally, just pick one area: water, air, personal care, or plastic, and make that swap this week so you don't get overwhelmed. But I do want you to commit to taking action. So commit in the comments, which swap are you going to try first? I'm here to cheer you on. And next month, I'll walk you through the top detox strategies that actually move stored toxins out of your body. So be sure to hit that bell and subscribe so you don't miss it. Now, if you found this helpful, hit like and share with a friend who needs it. And if you're ready to level up your kitchen game, check out my mini course, How to Make Any Recipe Healthy. The link's in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.